Hello, everyone. Well, Week 11 is done. You'll probably remember that Week 10 didn't end so well for me. Madden beat me 10-6 in Week 10. Um, so, which has made our overall totals right now, Madden 83, me 79. So I was a little behind after Week 10. So Week 11 is done now. We're going to run down those results and see where we stand after that. And hopefully see a bit of a comeback. Okay, starting with... we agreed on 11 of the 16 games, so we'll start with those first and go from there. Starting with the Washington Redskins and the Tennessee Titans, we both picked Tennessee to win, Madden by a score of 17-16. Final score was actually not that far off, it was 19-16, but the winner was Washington. So no points there. Next we have Baltimore, Carolina. My pick was Baltimore. Madden's pick was Baltimore as well, Madden by a score of 31-16. Actual score was also not that far off, it was 37-13. And Baltimore did win that one, so you can make it 1-1. Moving on to the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. I didn't see Buffalo win in that game, and neither did Madden. We picked Cincinnati to win by a score of 28-5. Buffalo really kind of surprised us, though. Played easily their best game of the season. And it was a big comeback, too. I mean, they were down like 28-7 or something like that. And they came back to win 49-31. So, no points there, as we both picked Cincinnati. We're still at 1 apiece. Move on to the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. We both picked Dallas to win by a score of 26-18. I did that when I read the score originally, too. I don't know what's up with that. 26-18 was Madden's pick for the score, and the actual score was 35-19. And Dallas won it, so let's make it 2 apiece. Next up, we have the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. We both picked the Jets to win, Madden by a score of 20-19, and I did see the end of that game, and it was tight. And the Jets did pull it off in the last minute, scoring a touchdown to win it 30-27. So, you can make it 3-3. Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Madden and I picked Pittsburgh to win by a score of 21-7. It was much more one-sided than that. It was actually 35-3, and Pittsburgh won that. So you can make it 4-all. Moving on to Cleveland and Jacksonville, a tough one to pick because you never know how these battles of the bottom teams are going to go. We picked Jacksonville, Madden by a score of 33-17, and it was much closer. It was 24-20, but Jacksonville won it. So you can make it 5 apiece. Moving on to the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans was our pick. We picked them to win by a score of 34-16. Another one that was pretty close to the actual score. The actual score was 34-19. And New Orleans won it, so you can make it 6-all. And we both agreed on the big Indianapolis-New England matchup. That is always a nice game every year. We picked New England by a score of 44-14. It was much closer. It was 31-28. But New England won it, and you can make it 7-all. Still 2 more to go that we agreed on, and they're the marquee games, the Sunday night and the Monday night games. So, Sunday night game was the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. We each picked Philadelphia to win by a score of 36-16, excuse me. And the final score was 27-17. And you can make that a Philadelphia win, and we are at 8-all. Okay, so the Monday night game was Denver and the San Diego Chargers. We both picked San Diego to win, Madden by a score of 28-13. And actual score was 35-14 for San Diego. So, at the end of the 11 games that Madden and I agreed on, we're at 9 apiece, which is already over 500 in a 16-game week. So that's good. So there were 5 games that we did not agree on, and we'll see how those went in just a sec. First one was the Thursday nighter, which was the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. My pick was Chicago. Madden's pick was Miami by a score of 34-24. Actual final score was 16-0, and the winner was Chicago. So it is 10-9 for me. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. My pick was Green Bay. Madden's pick was Minnesota by a score of 22-10. And it was a much more one-sided game, and it was 31-3, and you can make the winner Green Bay. So you can make it 11-9 for me. Alright, Arizona, Kansas City was the next one. We split on that one, and my pick was Kansas City. Madden's pick was Arizona by a score of 24-14. And you can make the final a score of 31-13. So not too far off. And Kansas City did win that one, though. It was, yep, 31-13. And you can make the score between us 12-9 for me. Okay. Moving on to the Atlanta Falcons and the St. Louis Rams. This was kind of a back-and-forth one until, well, I'll tell you who we picked first. I picked Atlanta. Madden picked St. Louis by a score of 27-24. And yeah, it was kind of back and forth. St. Louis led it for a while, but Atlanta really tacked it on near the end, and it was 34-17 for Atlanta. So you can make our score after that 13-9 for me. Going into one last game to recap, it was Tampa Bay and San Francisco. My pick was Tampa Bay. Madden's pick was San Francisco by a score of 28-24. And the final score of that one by 21-0. The winner was Tampa Bay. So, I got a nice 5-game sweep in the games that Madden and I disagreed on, which definitely helps. So you can make the final score of Week 11, Jordan 14, Madden 9. My best week by far this season. I can't even remember if I had a 14. I can't even remember if I ever got 14 last year, so very good. So, the total score at the end of last week was Madden 83, me 79. So this is going to put me ahead of Madden by 1. The score after Week 11 is me 93, Madden 92. So it's close again, but I have pulled ahead yet again. All right, let's take a look at some of the Week 12 matchups. Tennessee plays Houston. A nice division matchup. Could be even again with Vince Young out for the season and out of their good graces pretty much. Tampa Bay and Baltimore should be a good one. Battle of the bottom teams, Carolina and Cleveland. That'll be a tough one to pick. Philadelphia, Chicago should be a good one. Minnesota, Washington should be interesting. Green Bay, Atlanta should be interesting. Who else we got? Well, Sunday Nighter is, as of now, anyway, I don't know. Flexible scheduling, so they might change it, I don't know. But as of now, it's San Diego and Indianapolis. That'd be a good matchup to see on Sunday night. And the Monday Nighter is San Francisco and Arizona, which is, I don't know, those two teams are kind of hopeless, but Monday Nighter could be interesting. We'll see what happens. And looking ahead, this Thursday, there is not one game, but 3 games, as it is Thanksgiving in the United States. So I'm going to pick 3 of those Thursday games for you right now. So as I'll turn to the screen here, as you can see, the first one is always the Detroit Lions at home, and this year they're playing the New England Patriots. So the New England Patriots at the Detroit Lions, and yeah, that's a pretty open and shut one. I don't think I have to explain this one too much. Patriots have been one of the elite teams this year, pretty much. So, and the Lions have not. So my pick is going to be the New England Patriots pretty easily, and Madden's pick is going to be Patriots as well, 35-13. Okay, so we'll move on to the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys always host the second Thanksgiving game, and this year it's against the Saints. Both of them have pretty significant injuries. I mean, Reggie Bush sat out last week for the Saints, and Tony Romo is still not back for the Cowboys. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to pick this one. I kind of think New Orleans has the edge, though. I mean, Dallas has been playing well since they fired Willips and hired Garrett to be their coach. So maybe he's got kind of a magic touch thing going. But against the New Orleans Saints, I think the Cowboys are going to have it in tough. So I'm going to pick the Saints. Madden's going to pick the Cowboys. Not a big surprise, but yeah. And the last Thanksgiving game and the regularly scheduled Thursday night game is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. And if you want the epitome of a team that's doing everything wrong and a team that's doing everything right, you can find it in these two teams. And I mean, Cincinnati, they had a very successful season last year, but this year they just haven't been putting it together, and even against a team like Buffalo last week, they couldn't close the deal. And they were off to a very good start, too, so I'm not about to pick them against a team like the Jets that has been doing so well this year. So the Jets are going to be my pick for the Thanksgiving Thursday nighter, and Madden is going to pick also the Jets, 17-6. So those are the Thanksgiving picks. I'm going to have the rest of the Week 12 picks for you in a couple of days. Maybe even Wednesday, because I'll be watching football all of Thursday afternoon, probably. Yeah, I usually do it Thursday, but yeah. So until whenever it is that I do the Week 12 picks, it may be Wednesday, maybe Friday, I don't know. Probably won't be Friday, actually, but just thought of that. But yeah, until whenever it is, I will see you, and enjoy the football in Week 12. Have a good day, guys. Bye.